hope you have drawn the figure. Now we have to study law of gearing. So here this is one teeth is missing with another teeth of the gear. Let us say O1 is the center of gear 1 and O2 is the center of gear 2. N dash is the normal and T1 dash T dash is the tangent. You can see here pitch circle of gear 1 and pitch circle of gear 2. They are missing at point P, that is pitch point. You can find here I have drawn one perpendicular from O1. Here from O2 also I have drawn perpendicular. So this is O2n O1m. Here it is angle beta. Here I have shown angle alpha. And from here point of contact I have extended the, you can say, the velocities. V1 is the velocity of gear 1 and V2 is the velocity of gear 2. Okay. So this is the figure for the law of gearing. Now we will see the derivation. Here consider two gear teeth. They are meshing with each other. The point of contact is K. I have shown here. This is the point of contact K. T1 T dash or TD dash is the tangent and NN dash is the common normal to the curves at point of contact K. Now let us consider V1 and V2. These are the velocities of point K when considered on gear tooth 1 and 2 respectively. Now common velocity V1 along normal NN dash, it is equal to Kn dash, it is equal to Kn dash, and that is equal to V1 into cos alpha. It is equal to V1 into cos alpha. Okay, V1 into cos alpha, because see the velocities are perpendicular to the particular point or particular link. So common velocity V1 along N dash Kn dash equal to V1 cos alpha. Hello, V1 cos alpha. Then common velocity V2 along N dash, it can be also written as Kn dash, and that is equal to, by considering here 2, it is V2 cos beta. It is V2 cos beta. This is equation 1 and equation 2. Now, if the mating teeth to remain in contact, if the mating teeth to remain in contact while transmitting motion, while transmitting motion, then the components of these velocities along common normal n and dash must be equal. What is the condition? If the mating teeth to remain in contact while transmitting motion, then components of these velocities along common normal, our normal is here n and dash, must be equal. Okay, so from equation 1 and equation 2 we can write V1 cos alpha equal to V2 cos beta. Now V1 it can be written as in terms of R omega, correct? So V1 R means here radius, so it is O1k. So O1k into omega 1. Let us say gear 1 is rotating with angular velocity omega 1 and gear 2 is rotating with angular velocity omega 2. So V1 can be written as, understand students, O1k into omega 1. Okay, cos alpha as it is. V2 can be written as here omega 2 into O2k, omega 2 into O2k, and cos beta as it is. Okay, now this is equation 3. Understood? Now, all of you see the figure. Consider triangle O1MK. Consider triangle O1MK. Now here O1MK, this triangle, this right angle triangle. What is cos alpha? Cos alpha equal to O1M upon O1K. Correct? Cos alpha is O1M upon O1K. Okay, cos alpha is O1M upon O1K. Now consider triangle O2NK. O2NK here. O2NK. Cos beta. Cos beta equal to O2N upon O2K. Okay. Cos beta is equal to O2N upon O2K. Put this value of cos alpha and cos beta in equation 3. What we get? Okay, we will put here. So here instead of cos alpha it is O1M upon O1K, and here cos beta equal to O2N upon O2K. So what will get cancelled? O1K get cancelled here, and O2K get cancelled. So we'll get here like this, omega 1 into O1M, and that is equal to omega 2 into O2N. Understood? All of you understood? Now next, I can write this equation as omega 1 upon omega 2 equal to O2N upon O1M. Now this is the equation number 6. Okay. Now consider triangle O1MP and triangle O2NP. So triangle O1MP, this one, and O2NP, this one. Okay. In which point P lies on intersection of common normal and line joining the centers of the gears. Correct. When these triangles are similar, now by using similarity of triangle, we can write O2N upon O2P here. O2N upon O2P is equal to O1M upon O1P. By using symmetry of triangle, O2N upon O2P is equal to O1M upon O1P. Correct? O2N upon O2P equal to O1M upon O1P. Now we can write O2N upon O1M, that is equal to O2P upon O1P. Now put this value of O2N upon O1M in the equation number 6, we will get omega 1 by omega 2 equal to O2P upon O1P. Omega 1 upon omega 2 equal to O2P upon 1P, and this is called as law of gearing. This is important equation of law of gearing. Omega 1 upon omega 2 equal to O2P upon O1P. That means angular velocity ratio is inversely proportional to the ratio of the distance of the point P from gear centers O1 and O2. Okay. Therefore, to have a constant velocity ratio for all positions of the meeting gears, the point P must be a fixed point, and it is called as pitch point. This is called as law of gearing. Understood? To have a constant velocity ratio for all positions of the meeting gears, the point P must be a fixed point called pitch point. This is called as law of gearing. Okay. Here also I have written another statement of law of gearing. It states that the common normal at the point of contact between a pair of teeth must always pass through the pitch point. This is also statement of law of gearing. Understood law of gearing? Understood? Understood or not? Have you understood this? Okay.